The tech world just got an unexpected surprise. A live image of an alleged Huawei phone has surfaced online, and it's already sparking heated discussions. The big question is, could this be the upcoming Huawei Mate 80? Or are we looking at something completely different? The leak comes from a reliable tipster on Weibo. According to him, someone spotted this mysterious phone in a confidential cover while out in public. The model name wasn't confirmed, but the live image reveals some interesting details that hint at what Huawei might be working on. First, let's talk about the design. The back panel instantly grabs attention with its giant circular camera ring. Huawei has been known for bold camera designs, and this one fits right in. But here's the twist. The lower lens in that circle seems to have been intentionally hidden, possibly by the person holding the phone. That little detail makes the mystery even stronger. On one side of the back, there's also a smaller sensor, which many believe could be a new multispectral lens. If true, this would mean Huawei is once again pushing the boundaries of smartphone photography, introducing sensors that can capture more than just visible light. Now, let's shift to the top side of the device. The image shows a new speaker setup and a very distinctive hole. What exactly is this cavity for? Right now, no one really knows. It could be related to audio, new connectivity options, or maybe even a hidden camera mechanism. Huawei has experimented with different types of cutouts before, so it wouldn't be surprising if this is tied to some fresh feature. As soon as the photo hit social media, netizens started throwing out their own theories. Some claimed it's definitely a Huawei camera-focused phone, pointing out that they had already seen something similar on the Shenzhen subway. Others weren't so convinced. A few said it could actually be an Honor Magic 8 series device, since Honor has also been experimenting with striking camera designs. And then, there's a third camp that believes this mystery device isn't Huawei or Honor at all, but possibly a Xiaomi 16 prototype. This is where things get really interesting. On one hand, Huawei's Mate 80 is still in development. Reports suggest it hasn't even entered mass production yet. That makes it unlikely for a Mate 80 to be seen in public at this stage. On the other hand, Huawei is actively working on several new smartphones right now, so it's very possible this device belongs to the Huawei family, even if it isn't the Mate 80 specifically. The large circular camera ring does feel very Mate series. Past Mate devices like the Mate 50 Pro and Mate 60 used bold and symmetrical designs for their cameras. Adding a new multispectral sensor would also line up with Huawei's history of bringing advanced camera technology to its flagship phones. But again, without more concrete information, it's hard to say for sure. Another thing worth noting is the secrecy around the leak. The fact that the phone was in a confidential cover suggests that Huawei, or whichever company owns it, is taking precautions to hide the final design. These covers are common in the testing phase, especially when a device is being trialed in public before launch. It's basically a way to disguise the phone while still allowing engineers to test real-world performance. So, what could this mean for consumers? If this really is the Mate 80, then Huawei seems to be preparing something very camera-heavy, potentially with new hardware that could take mobile photography even further. The circular camera setup, combined with a hidden lens and an unusual top cavity, hints at advanced imaging features. For those who love smartphone photography, this would be exciting news. If it turns out to be an Honor Magic 8 device, that would also be a big deal. Honor has been making a name for itself since splitting from Huawei, and launching a phone with such a bold design could help it stand out even more in the crowded smartphone market. And if it's Xiaomi, well, that would mean the competition is heating up in a completely different way. Right now, things are still very misty. The only thing we know for sure is that the leaked device is real, and it's stirring up a lot of conversation. The tech community is eagerly waiting for more leaks, official confirmations, or perhaps another sighting of this phone in the wild. For now, all eyes are on Huawei and its upcoming Mate 80 series. Even if this leak doesn't end up being the Mate 80, the excitement shows just how much anticipation there is for Huawei's next flagship. With its history of pushing smartphone photography to new heights, people are expecting big things. One thing is certain, whether it's Huawei, Honor, or Xiaomi, the leaked phone is already making headlines. And with the kind of attention it's getting, more details are bound to surface soon. Until then, the mystery continues.